What's up, guys? I'm Jeff with Modders Inc., and I'm joined by Stacy and Kay here in the Cooler Master Suite. So, what are you guys working on this year?
Well, we're working on a lot of different RGB lightings with our coolers. So let's start with the first one right here. This is where we're showcasing our MasterLiquid series with a TR4 specific. It's 280 millimeter, along with the 360. These will all be TR4 specific. And this is our small standard cooler that we're working with AMD with the Raven Ridge, small APU, 65 watt TDP. You know, we added like black coloring and RGB lighting with the fans.
Yeah, I like the low profile build on that. That's a good idea.
So moving on to our addressable RGB liquid coolers. The light will be addressable, so you get that rainbow effect, along with the pump. The standard 240 millimeter size, and we have a black casing all over. And it's pretty standard. It's still based off of our 240 millimeter MasterLiquid series.
Okay. And it'll also come in a 120 millimeter size.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Yes. And moving on to the, we call it the 240 SMART.
Yeah.
It's pretty much the same thing, but when you look at the pump, it has aluminum casing, and our radiator actually has addressable RGB as well. The fans will be the same, but this one has actually temperature detection, so you know if your CPU overheats, it actually change colors accordingly.
Yeah. Nice, very cool. Yeah, the aluminum, I love the look of that on the pump. That's awesome.
Yeah, let's move on to what we call the UFO. It's actually our MasterAir G100M. It's actually a top-down, but the heat column actually a whole block of copper, so it transfers heat better. And then you look at it, it's right here, and then the fan blows downward, so you get that nice dissipation of heat. And when you put it on, you actually see all the lighting effects. RGB also comes with a small RGB controller.
And this is the one that kind of caught my eye.
Yeah.
With the push pull.
This one's actually based off of our 410P, which is actually in that case you'll see later. It has a push-pull setup, but it has a addressable RGB look to it. The lighting is actually not built on the fan; it's built in the column right here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, to the heatsink.
Awesome.
So when you look down on it, you see that addressable RGB effect along with the fans.
Yeah.
And this one actually has temperature detection, just like our MasterLiquid Smart series. So it's pretty cool.
There's also an infinity mirror on the top of this, so as it's mounted in the side of the case, it's going to look great.
Yeah. And let's move on to our laptop coolers. These are our concepts. You know, it looks like a little drone. It's actually for gaming laptops, and this is like for standard like bigger laptops and smaller laptops. We don't have a name for it yet, but these are our concepts that we're coming out with.
Yep. Looks like a pair of 120 fans, and then this guy's got a 200.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. All right, and this is Wei, and he's going to walk us through some of the new Cooler Master cases that are coming out soon.
Hi everyone. So we have here the Q series case. This is the Q300L, Q300P. What's unique about that is that this is actually the same body, and then this has a magnetic filter on top that people can actually buy the filter and maybe print out their own to create their own design of the case. So what we did is that you can actually have the Q100P was upgraded feature of the acrylic top panel and front panel, and it has RGB functions, RGB controller using the reset buttons, 2 RGB fans in the front, and these two are the MATS case. The Q300L is at $39.99, the Q300P is at $69.99. So this is the 2 new cases that will be launching in January.
Very good looking. I love the look of those things.
So just to quickly go over a couple more new cases that we have, this is the E500L. It has the sliding door, and it has the ODD bay function, so you can hide your ODD bay. And this case will be probably approximately at $39.99. And here we have the TD500L, something that we kind of call the diamond cut design. So you can see the diamond cut design in the front panel and also in the side panel as well. And here we have the MB500, a little bit more gaming stylish look. The MSRP is at $69.99. It comes with a tempered glass side panel. It has 2 RGB fans in the front, RGB controller, and the rear fan is just a standard fans, not RGB like the display here.
And again, $69 for tempered glass, wasn't it?
Yes,
that's
right.
Awesome.
And here we have the H500P white mesh. It's the mesh version of our H500P. This we have a mesh front panel. We have actually 2 different kind of mesh front panel. We have one with a smaller hole that act as a dust filter, and one has a bigger hole with a dust filter included in the back. So we actually have two different designs that we want to get everyone's feedback on, which one people likes the best. We also have another case, the MasterCase Maker 5, which we now call the MC500M. What we did with the upgrade is that the midpoint is actually RGB now. And then we also include RGB fans in the front, and then RGB controller on the top. And also we added USB 3.1 Type-C to the I/O panel as well. So this is the new MasterCase Maker 5, which we call the MC500M, and the MSRP is at $169.99.
And again, that includes the RGB fans and the mid panel.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, you've also got a couple new power supplies coming out. What do you got here?
Okay, well, we have new V-Series power supplies, and they're better in every way than the standard V-Series that we've been selling for over 4 years. And what we've done is actually we upgraded the thermal with our new RGB fan, and that'll be very quiet because it's 135 millimeter, and it's fanless up to 40%. So that you can use it in any kind of VR system or anything, and you'll be getting really quiet power. And we have the cables out here on the 650 watt, because we want to share with you how we improve the cables. Right. We actually have now twin 8-pin CPU connectors, and we also have, instead of the regular 18 gauge, we have 16 gauge cables.
Nice.
So you can see the 16 gauge here, and that'll help a lot of the people who use it for like mining or graphics card use.
Right.
Give it a little bit more peace of mind, less resistance, less heat.
Nice. And that's 16 gauge across the board.
That's 16 gauge only on the PCI Express.
Okay, gotcha.
But across all of these models, from the 550 all the way up to the 750.
Nice. And these are gold rated power supplies?
These are gold-rated power supplies, and they will be available this year.
Okay. Do you have any pricing available?
Not quite yet, but they'll be very competitive, and they'll be available in June. So you have to wait till June. You'll be able to find out more information on the Cooler Master and MasterWatt V.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. All right, and the last case we're looking at is the MasterCase H500M. Stacey, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. So this is our MasterCase H500M. As you can see, we still have the two 200 millimeter RGB fans in the front, but with this case, the RGB fans are adjustable. And the case will also come with our software that we're going to take a look at in just a few moments, but let's go over a few more features before we get to that. The front panel here and the top panel and both side panels are tempered glass. But an option we're going to include with the H500M is an interchangeable front panel. So this tempered glass panel can be swapped out for a mesh.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
Also, we've included an RGB PSU panel there, so that's tied into all of our RGB incorporation in this case.
Of course it
comes with, of course, it comes with 4 3.0 USB ports and 1 Type-C as well.
All right, speaking of the software, you guys are aiming for kind of an immersive gaming room experience, you know,
Exactly.
when you're in the game, be in the game. And so you've got wall panel lighting, you've got case RGB lighting, keyboard, peripherals, everything is RGB these days.
Yeah.
What's the software actually do to do that?
Yeah, so we've been collaborating with ASUS and NanoLeaf. So these are the NanoLeaf panels up there, and we have an ASUS motherboard in there. And what our software does is it ties in the RGB lighting of your room. So your case, your screen, your lighting panels, any recessed lighting you might have is all synced. So what is captured on your screen is what you're going to see in the lighting.
So again, this has been the Cooler Master Suite here at CES 2018. As always, keep it tuned to Modern Zinc for continuing coverage from CES from Vegas. Thanks, guys.